Today is what is today? Today's Father's Day. It's Father's Day. And I did a video earlier at the airport. And now I just did one at the bus station here. I mean, maybe you'll see it when I drive off. But yeah, it's Father's Day. And 2 years ago, I lost my father on Father's Day. I didn't lose him. I know right where he went. Thank God. Praise Jesus, I know right where he went. So, my father died on Father's Day 2016. It was also Greek Pentecost. My mother died on her birthday. Because they both passed away, and in the order they passed away, I was able to reconcile with my dad. And he left me a chunk of change. Can I retire on it? No. But I took some of it and I used it towards making some books of stories that I told my daughter during my divorce with her mother. And they're good stories. And they're good stories. So this one's called Henry Hubert Hankey. Harry Hubert Hankey was the first one I told her. This one's called Henry. Henry's the second one. And anyway, he goes through some ordeals, and part of it, it's all based on my life. Because when I went to tell my daughter a story, I had nothing. All I knew was my testimony, and it wasn't much of a testimony. But we used the tissues that she was blowing her nose in, and when I say we, I say God and me, because out of this moment came this great little story about a little Jewish orphan girl and a handkerchief and his special purpose, her special purpose, and special purpose of lots of people. So I was at the airport, and you'll see the airport thing cut in here in a second. And this is what the airport, this is what it was like at the airport. So I am hanging out at the St. Louis airport. It's Father's Day. I thought I would come up here and hand out some of my books that I wrote. I used to be a flight attendant. I worked here all the time. I did that for about 6.5 years, 92 to 99. And I remember seeing all kinds of people handing out stuff. Apparently that's changed. They have certain booths where you can hand things out. And because there's no solicitation within the airport building, I think I'm going to go outside and just go to the bus stops. Weird sort of feeling in my gut about doing this, but it's Father's Day. It's a story by me, a father, for my daughter. It's about God being our Father. There's a lot to it. And I just felt like today would be the day to start this. So I'll go outside here in a minute and see what happens. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, the airport doesn't let you do stuff like that. You got to sign up in advance. You got to sit at one of these little kiosks. And I just had a feeling I had to go hand these out on Father's Day. And the airport, the only people who go to the airport are people with money. Poor people don't go to the airport. And they don't go to the airport. They're out here at the bus stop, And he got me to the airport thinking, I'll take these to the airport. I'll hand them out at the airport, and they'll go out, and it'll go out flight after flight, and they'll be just scattered throughout the world. It'll be a great little thing. Cast your bread upon the waters. And so I thought, well, that's what I'll do. I'll do that. And I'm going on a trip with my daughter to my in-laws, my ex-in-laws, over in Spain, and I'll be staying in the family properties. For the ugliness of the divorce we went through, that's pretty impressive. So God has really done a work in our lives. And, I'm going to take them with me and hand them out there, too, as well. Hand them out at the airport in Spain, the airport in Greece, the airport. People at the airport don't want them, The people on the narrow path, most of them are the poor. It's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. So this is where they tell you what, they were received. There's a young man, I'll put a little bit of him in here. I just walked up to him. He said hi. I said, hey, and he goes, hey. And that was enough. That was enough. I knew he was, receptive. And I walked up to him and said, believe in Jesus? He goes, yeah. I said, well, I want you to have this. And I told him a little bit about it. Walked away, put a few more down on bus stops, because that's one of the, there's something about that in the book. When you read it, you'll know. Um, and I turned around to come back to my car, and there he was reading it, diving right into it. I loved it. So I turned on my camera and rolled past him and asked him to take a couple of them and just put them on the bus. I said, just put them on seats. Whoever finds them, finds them. What they do with them is what they do with them. God will take care of it. So Jesus is good. And, and I got a testimony, that's for sure. I don't know how I'm supposed to use it or where I'm supposed to say it. Could be just for me and you and whoever else. See, it could be for 50 people. It'd be plenty. You know what? One would be good. So I keep doing what it is that I feel the Lord calls me to do. I'm wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove. And I'm not going to break the laws at the airport. I'm not. I handed a bunch. There was a guy on the train towards the airport. I said, "Here, take 5. Leave him on the train." Where they go after that, I'm not responsible. But I did not disseminate this information in the airport. So God bless. And frankly, the people at the airport, they probably don't want it. These folks out here standing in the heat, they want Jesus. They want an answer to why this world is this way, and they want hope and faith and belief that it's not always going to be this way, that God is coming for them, and that he will take them up, And I asked a man, I wasn't sure about this man, but he had a little girl in his arms, and I was like, "You believe in Jesus?" He goes, yeah, I believe in Jesus. I was like, yes. I gave him one, told him what was going on. So maybe he'll sit there and read that to his little girl. Maybe I don't know. God will work. That's all I know. So that's what I'm doing here today. So happy Father's Day to you fathers out there. And be blessed in the Lord Jesus Christ. I guess that's all I got to say today. Take care.